conversation was, so for years I've been looking at accountability. I'm like, man, you can't hold someone accountable. I mean, you can control someone into doing something. You can sit on their head until they do what you need them to do. But sorry, sit on your head is probably bad. But I mean, you're in a space where, okay, heavy control, autocratic leadership. I'm going to get them to do what they want. Well, there's almost no point in having somebody else do it. The manager might as well do the job at that point. And the purpose here is you're supposed to have the managers working with a group of people and helping them excel higher than they would without that manager. Not the manager jumps in and they're one of the group just doing the job.
Yeah.
So accountability to me is very personal. It's about discipline. It's a personal thing. Am I going to be accountable to what I said? Am I going to follow through? Am I going to have the discipline to do what I say and consistently do it?
Yeah.
And then as a manager, it gets into either supporting, encouraging, helping them accomplish that kind of, hey, what can I do to support you and help you? What's in your way? What's keeping you from getting there? What are the barriers? Where do you need training? You know, we're in that space of how do we support and help you to accomplish your goals? Or we're on the other side, which is there's some version of consequence. It's more of a disciplinary action, you know? And so when we have consequences, most people think accountability is the discipline and the consequences. And it's just not. That's the reaffirming and of setting boundaries, and that's discipline and consequences. The other is support and encouragement. So I've always struggled with this word accountability and how it applies to what we're doing.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. Like the accountability only is talked about in terms of like, you're going to mess up and I'm going to make sure that I'm there to remind you and then give you a predetermined, agreed upon consequence of the thing that you messed up on.
Or a surprise consequence.
Or a surprise consequence for something that you maybe didn't know that you weren't supposed to mess up. And then you did. And it's like, well, we can't let that happen again. So something has to happen. So they feel it. Welcome to parenting also. But I think that the thing that's missed a lot, and it's actually, we're covering this in upcoming summit classes, one of the companies that's going through it, is this model. And I don't know if we've talked a lot about the ESRC model, but for me, everything that you're talking about, the ESRC model fixes in a business sense to some degree, with a lot of other caveats. But the ESRC model is expectations, skills, resources, and consequences. So it's everything that you said should be wrapped up in it. And it really just kind of gives this weightiness to, or at least a little bit more texture to what accountability is when you talk about it as a manager or a leader, where accountability then shifts from becoming like, okay, my job is not just to give consequences and to hold people's hand and to discipline others when they mess up. But you back up to the beginning of this model, and at the very beginning, a manager's role is to set what the expectations are very clearly. It's to provide skills, and that's the S. So you train them. You don't hold their hand, but you train them. You walk through the processes. You make sure they have everything they need. The resources is more that part, like SOPs, making sure they can actually function within this system of expectations and skills that you're requiring them of them. And if you do those three things properly in this accountability system, then the consequences is just the natural order of it, instead of it being the end all be all. And the consequences are set up front. It's a well-established thing. Everybody knows and agrees to them when they join your team. But that's the model that I think is more apt to this whole, like, especially accountability within a business